Hi everyone. So today I'll be continuing on with like making some little holiday projects, maybe stocking stuffers, maybe just something cute for the holidays. We start off with a hot cocoa pocket. We did a felt rosette. Today I'm going to show you how to make this on your Cricut or that kind of thing on a die cutting system to design your own little pocket. And this could also be a hot cocoa pocket, to be honest, but I just basically made this little guy with the free image that Cricut had. So it's going to be a free file. Oh, it's always a free file unless I use an image that you're going to have to buy because maybe you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's from my own design library. But I did look for a free one that they had, and this was supposedly one of them. So hopefully it still, works for you guys. So I'll have that link in the description box along with anything else that might be pertinent. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. With Cricut, it is not an affiliate link. It's just a link to get you that free project, which is this. And I wanted to show it to you the front right now, because it might be confusing as we're watching and you're like, what is she trying to do? So this is what I was trying to do. Okay, so there you go. All right, so let's, get right to it, I guess. Okay, guys, so doing stuff like this isn't always super easy, but let's see what we can do. So I am going to make a new project, and like I said, the machine, you always want to select a bigger machine, because if you're on Joy Extra or Joy, it's not going to let you insert certain things because it's like, oh, you can't cut that on here, so it's only going to show you very minimal items. So just go for a bigger machine, and if you have to resize it to fit on the Joy, or a Joy Extra, then you can do that. But to start off, if you're looking for something and the project is kind of big, it's not going to let you pop it in. Or at least that's how it was back in the day. I don't know. Maybe they've changed that. So I guess we want images first. And I want to see if there's anything free. So I would like to share this with you guys. So let's say free. And I want it to be something cute, like a reindeer. I don't know if they're going to give us some free reindeer face. Like this is kind of boring. Those are all boring. Okay. Snowman. Yeah, the free things are not super free. That is different, though. Maybe I should try reindeer face. I'm not going to waste your guys' time, but I'm going to go and look and see what I can find free, okay? That might work for us. And if I don't find anything, like, doesn't tell you, they lock it down. They're like, no, you don't need any of these things. It'd be boring just like a Christmas tree, but let's see. Yeah. There are more of these that are free, but those are also boring. Okay, I'll be back. Let me keep searching terms that might be cute for the project I'm thinking of. Okay, guys, so yes, I'm fully aware I spelled Christmas tree wrong. I had two A's in Christmas, and when I did just regular Christmas tree, it still was the same selections. But I just typed in Christmas, or maybe even holiday, right? But Christmas was the next thing I typed in, and this already is promising. That's a good one. And these, again, are free. So if I make a file for you guys, you should be able to take it. I was going to say even a Christmas light would be cute for this project, and they have one there. They have this guy. We're going to make it more substantial than just these outlines. But yeah, these might work. I mean, any one of these things you can do what I'm trying to do here. This would be a great one because it has a nice flat bottom. I wasn't sure if I was going to connect them. That's the only thing. I was thinking, yeah, actually, that might be easier. Okay. I'm just thinking out loud, guys. Sorry. Oh, there's even whatever this is. Looks like a 3D something cute to decorate with. Look at this. It's soldier. A toy soldier would be cute. I have no idea what this is. This is very pretty. Oh, is that one of the print and cut type things, like from the Imagine? That's weird. Gosh, there's a lot of cute things. I mean, they even give you this for free. And again, I don't know if free means for everybody. I'm assuming because I just typed in free. I didn't say things I own. But this is a lot more than I expected. So that's good. The first ones I typed in were so basic that maybe it just found those specific things, right? Let's go with this guy. I think this will be cute. Oh, will it though? I was going to try to connect it at the bottom. I don't know that he's going to work for us, guys. Let me think. It might work. It just might be different than what I was thinking. Okay. I also want to tie it together. This might not be the best thing. This is 3.5 by 4. Okay, so let's make it a little bit bigger. 5 by 6. Should we make it bigger than that even? We can do that. Let's Let's just go up here and say 5.5. That's a good size, right? I think so. Okay. I'm already just kind of thinking outside the box here, guys. So, what I'm going to want is, I'm going to want this to have some little holes up here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. So that we can tie it together in a cute way. I'm trying to think how to best do that. Okay. This is going to have a lot of steps. Okay, so I'm trying to think how to best do this. Okay, I want offset for sure. And that's a pretty good offset. It's nice and big. Okay. That should be okay. Let's do the 1/4 inch offset, sure. I'm going to say apply. I am going to mess with the offset. It's already selected right now. I'm going to mess with the contour. I don't want it to cut these, but that would be cute, I guess. And actually, that would be a way to stick it together, but I don't want it to do these two. So I'm just going to highlight those and get rid of it. It means it's not going to cut those. So now we have this whole outline. But if you want another little detail, that's fine. It'd be cute. Okay. What I want to do is put some holes up here that we're going to put a bow through here. So that's the thing that might be weird because of what we're looking at. That is weird. That's what I'm saying. Down here would have been better. That's kind of why in my mind I was thinking like a little reindeer. It doesn't matter. We're going to put some holes up here, guys. So I want shapes and I want a circle and I want it to be like the tiniest circle ever. So maybe a 1/4 inch, 0.25. Okay. And then I want to duplicate that. And then what I'm going to do is put them side by side. Let's, they just need to be exactly by each other like that. That's almost an inch apart. I'm just eyeballing that, okay, guys? So what I'm going to do is highlight these two guys. And I'm going to group them over here. So group. So when I move them, they move together. I don't want that. I just want them to move together. I'm going to change the color also because I want it to be more visible. Actually, let's change the colors of all these things because this is boring. So let's go with this guy and make him like a tan color. Ooh, that's an ugly color. I can go advanced, but that's fine. Let's just make it this color. And then the background one, if I can touch it. Let's make that. Oh, let's go advanced. I do want a different color. Ooh, where's brown? Oh, you know why? It's because I started off with like black. Let's just leave it that color. That's fine. I'm going to grab these guys. Oh my gosh, don't move them. I just want to grab them. Are they going to be on top? Okay, perfect. And I want to put them up here. And I do want them to be like centered. Let's just grab those all and arrange them. Not arrange, sorry, align. Horizontally. See, there, it just took a little bit. Okay. Now, this is part of the issue. I'm gonna move this. No, nope, just undo. Hold on. I want to grab the outline one. No, my goodness. Undo. I want to grab this one. So if you can't grab it, another clue is to grab it over here. And, oh my goodness, it's not doing it. Hold on. Let's grab that guy. And then I want to move it. So let me just say more. And I'm going to move it away on the x-axis. Oh, come on. Like 8. Just move it away. Okay. I want these two guys to be together. Okay. So now I'm going to highlight these two. And I'm going to combine. And I want to subtract or whatever. That's fine. And so now those two dots are gone. All right. Maybe before I do that, I want to copy them. Sorry, guys. I know this is kind of a lot. Let's undo that. Let's undo. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this because I'm going to need it again. So let's just duplicate it and move it away from here. Oh my gosh. Okay. See, when you try to grab this, it's going to change it. I don't want that. So I'm going to move it again by messing with these numbers. Just move it out of there. Okay. Just want to grab it in an easier way. Okay. So now we have these two. Oh my goodness. Undo. We already know those were lined up like perfectly. We want to highlight them. And I'm going to do combine and unite. Oh, not unite, sorry. Undo that, undo that, undo that. That's not what I wanted. My goodness. Combine and subtract. Okay, so now we have these two little dots. They're going to be where I put like a bow, okay? But we're going to need it on this too, right? So, this is a little painful. Let's get these two guys. Let's line them up. Those two. And let's say arrange. Not arrange, sorry. Align. My goodness. And just center completely. Okay, perfect. And now we're going to grab these two little guys. Don't change the sizing. We just want to grab them. And I'm going to put them... Oh, they're gone behind. So let me arrange them so that bring to front. I think that should help. Yes. And I'm going to try to line them up perfectly in those little holes that were already there. And I'm eyeballing this absolutely. So... it looks like maybe, is that okay? That's okay enough. Maybe I need to change them a little bit. Hold on. I'm just going to use my keys, my up and down, left and right keys on my keyboard to move those guys a little bit, okay? And I'm just barely moving them. For whatever reason, they aren't exactly the same, which is weird because I did say they should be the same, right? Okay, now I'm going to take this brown one away. And we're going to stick these two together. Oh my goodness. Do that. Okay, highlight. Just those two. Combine and subtract. The reason I'm showing this to you guys is that you can do this on your own later, right? So now it's hidden in the back, so I'm going to bring to front. Oh, come on. Bring. What is going on? That is so weird. How come it won't let me? Okay, let's take this one. What just happened? Do you see that? What is this thing doing? Okay. Weird. Alright. I'm highlighting this, and I'm going to say bring to front. I have no idea what just happened. You saw that? That was like weird glitches. Okay, so those guys are perfect. So that's all. I'm going to move this guy to the side. We want to duplicate him. We want two of this guy. We're going to use him later, but that's fine. We have two of them. I'm going to put him to the side. We also want to duplicate this one. Okay, so we have two of both of them. And then this guy, I want to rotate it. Now, thinking about it, I might have made this too big. A little too big. We can take care of it in just a moment, though. Okay, even if I did make this too big. Because see how he's 7 inches tall? And I want it to be one thing that's all stuck together. You're not going to have paper that is big enough for that. I don't think. Oh, that's a bummer. So maybe we do two different pieces. I wanted to rotate this and weld it together down here. Well, let's do it anyway. Okay. I know, guys, this takes a minute, and I'm sorry. You know, I'm just 180. I'm going to spin this guy 180. And I'm going to reduce the size of this so I can see better. Okay. So this guy, I want to put him right down here. And I want to stick these guys together with, like, a piece of a shape, basically. With a square, but it's going to be a rectangle. I always pull up the square for rectangle. And I am going to make this maybe 1.5 inches. Let's undo this thing. So 1.5. So the base of it's going to be 1.5 inches by as long as I need it to be to weld these two together in a way that makes sense. So 4.25. Oh, this is by 2. Why is it? Okay, that's weird. Let me think. Is that a good one? That might be okay. Oh, I actually need it to be skinny enough to go up here, actually. Okay, so let's make that a little bit smaller. I'm just designing this so that it's going to be well together, and we're going to make like a little box in here. So I need it to be a little bit tighter. And I also want it to be a number that that makes sense. So maybe 3.5. I think that'll work. Okay, so let's, no, undo that. Ugh. So let's highlight these guys. And we want to align them so that they're centered horizontally. And then we also want to combine them. And I just want to unite them. All right. So it's going to have a little hole down here. I don't think that's going to be the biggest problem, so that's fine for me. And then we're going to want to put score lines right here. Or wherever you want to put them. To be honest, you can also get rid of this. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let me see. Is there any way? Oh, you know what? I can't contour this. That's a bummer. Okay. So we'll have that, and then we'll have score line here, but then that's going to be in the way. Let me undo this, and I don't want to waste your guys' time, but what I want to do is make this a little bit skinnier. Pretty much what I had before. Remember I told you it was like 1.5. It was barely touching down in here to hold this guy together. Or we make it go all the way up. That's what we need to do. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. And then we put the score line here, right? Okay, that might be fine. And how far apart are these guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're about an inch apart. I'm trying to think what I want to do. Maybe bring this down a little bit more. Maybe bring this down. We're going to have to shrink this whole project because, again, it's 14 inches here, and that's too big. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that looks okay. Okay, so now I'm going to highlight these and do the same thing again. Just make sure they're, centered. And then I'm going to combine them, and I'm going to unite them. There we go. And then when these guys are on here, it'll be very cute. And now we need some score lines. So I think that's all I'm going to do. Yeah. So let's do shapes again. And we need a score line. And let's go ahead and close it up. And the score line needs to be, I already forgot how wide this was, so we're just going to turn that 90 degrees. I think we said 3.5, didn't we? Let's see how 3.5. I think I thought I had said it was 3.5 inches wide, that box I made. But, okay. And we're going to put it right on the line here. So if you say more, you can kind of see where it's at. And I think it's roughly going to be at 7 inches. And I'm going to see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate that. And put the next one. We're just trying to grab it and move it right down here. And let's see kind of where that's at. So from 7 inches, let's see if that's actually lined up really nicely. That'll give me an idea, though, of how thick this is, because we need to make little side pieces that are going to be that thick. So let me check something. 7 and then 8.4, which is not the best numbers in the world, but that's okay. Sorry, I'm going to write this down. Oh, Miranda forgot her folder for today. 7 to 8.417. That means it's just about an inch, over an inch width. Okay. So we have those two. Now we have score lines, and we're going to highlight this. And sometimes I say attach, sometimes I just say group, but attach because we want those score lines to stay there. And then you can also just group it, but that's okay. We want to attach it. See how now they're all together. And now I want to make two little side pieces that are going to go to hold this together. So it has to be about the same width of this, right? And we said this was that weird number. So that's my bad. Okay, let's get a shape. And let's get a square. And we're going to duplicate that in just a moment. But we need it to be 1.417 wide with some glue tabs. And I like 1/2-inch glue tabs. But then I think 1/2-inch glue tabs are going to touch each other on this one. So let's say 1/4-inch glue tabs. That's kind of small, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? I'm still going to do 1/2 inch because we're going to shrink this whole project and I don't want the glue tabs to shrink much from 1/4 inch. So I need this to be a 1/2 inch glue tab on either side. So that's 1 inch plus the inch 0.417, right? So 2.417 wide. And then how tall do we want them? So if you're here and that's supposed to be 7 inches up to like 4 inches. That's obviously 3 inches. Let's say 4 inches tall. Let's say 4 inches tall. Okay, I mean, we can do that. And then we're gonna have to put some score lines on this. So the easiest way I like to put score lines is if I always butt this up to the very edge over here. That way I can get myself a score line. And I want them to be 4 inches tall. So 4 inches. And we're going to duplicate that. And we're going to put one at 1/2 inch. So I'm putting it right up here. And then I'm going to go to more and make sure it's at, see, it's at 0.0514. I want it at 0.05 on the x-axis. And then the other one should be at, oh, the other one's going to have to be some funky number, to be honest. You know what we'll do? Let's attach this. This is an easy way to get away from this because I need a 1/2 inch over here. And you know how we have that 0.417? It's weird. So I'm going to rotate this 180. And then I'm going to put this back at 1/2 inch also. So let's go there and go to this guy and say 1/2 inch. Okay, and then did it disappear on me? Okay, it's there. It's just in the back. Let me just move this and let me bring it to forward because I like to see them in the front. So I'm going to bring to front. I don't know why it does these weird things sometimes. Okay, now I'm going to go like that and I'm going to attach all of them. Okay. And I'm not going to take my time to notch out these very edges. You can do that. Like you can add a triangle to it and notch it out. It's just a real pain, so I don't care. I'm just going to duplicate this because we need 2 of them. Okay, so these are our side panels so our goodies don't fall out. All right, guys. So if you want to make this the same color as this, that's what I probably would do. So these are the side pieces here. Let me see. What's funny is right now you can't do that because of whatever, but if you double click, you should be able to grab this. Oh well. Sometimes if you double click, you only want, see, it was only touching the black part of it, but that's okay. Let's just go back over here and make this, ugh, come on. I need these to be the same color. That way they cut at the same time. That's kind of annoying. Again, you have to like double click it. There you go. So I double clicked and it separated it. Right now if I move this, it's going to move away from the score lines. So I'm going to make this black back to this gray color. So these all cut the same at the same time. And then we have these little cuties, right? Okay. So whenever I make a project, what I do is I will highlight everything. I hope I'm recording. Oh my goodness. I highlight everything. And you see everything's here. And we group it. Okay. So now all at once, it moves around. This is way too big to cut on paper. This 14 inches. So what we're going to have to do is shrink this. And I'm going to shrink it all together all at once. So I'm just going to grab it in the corner and make it at least small enough to fit on a 12-inch piece of paper. And I'm looking at this guy, so I don't even know what the size this project is going to turn out to be, but if you're looking for a certain size, you know, check it out. That's up to you. So this is almost 12 inches long, and it should be able to cut. So let me see. If I say make, it better not tell me, yes, I want to save it. I'm going to save it as, what's this? Gingerbread gift box. So he might be smaller than we like. It's because I wanted to attach it, guys. You don't have to attach it. If you just want 2 motifs or 2 icons and then you can stick them together as a box, do that. But today we're doing something a little bit different. And that's what I'm showing you. So yeah, it's big enough or it's good enough size that I can cut it. Yay! Okay, cool. It only has these 2 things. It's kind of boring. I was thinking maybe we should add a little, like a little holly. But, you know, I'm sure you have some dies or other things. Or if you have some things you bought here. I wanted to make this free for you guys. So All right, well, let's go to the Explorer and get this cut out. Okay, just getting my machine ready. And hopefully I have a newer, yeah. Sometimes, you know, I end up fighting with your little sticky mat, and then it's like, it's not worth the fight, guys. Like, just open a new one. A lot of times if you wash them off with a little soap, they will get sticky again. Some people will spray, like, you know, what's this stuff called? Like the little sticky spray, like pixie spray. I don't know. It's worth all that. I think I'm sorry. Yeah. So let me grab the 12-inch paper. I haven't even done that because it needs to be at least 12 inches. You know, it's funny. It moved it down into a 24-inch mat because of the size at the top of the head. And you know, they don't account for that a 1/4 inch all around, basically, that they don't let you cut. So let me see. Only because I don't want to mess. Now, if you take this file and you want to mess with it yourself, you can definitely shrink it more. Just leave it grouped and pull everything together. If you start changing the sizing of one thing but not the other, it's going to be a big mess. So just like I showed you, I took that corner and I shrunk it all together. You can do that. What I'm trying to do is see if I can, manipulate this a little bit to fit in here better. Yep, that's what I want. I want to see if I can pop this in here and still have a 12-inch piece of paper. Yep, there we go. All I did was angle it. Again, it's kind of a waste of paper. So if anything, I would just shrink it a little bit, but I'm not in the shrinking mood right now. So I'm just going to put everything on here and just be okay with that. So I'm trying to think what background color I want to use. See, all I did was move it. And so that should theoretically let me move this back to a 12-inch thing, but it doesn't matter. They don't know what I have on there. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. Let me go grab some paper. I think I'm going to do brown and like a gingery color if I have it. I'll be back. I was about to give up and then I found it. So I'm just going to use this darker brown. It's a really pretty basil cardstock I've had probably for 15 years. And that's kind of why I'm like, I don't really care if I'm wasting paper a little bit. But again, you can definitely shrink it down. You can probably get 2 off of each page if you shrunk it down just a little bit, like the smallest amount. Okay, well, I'm just going to let this cut. Oh, I need my scoring tool. So you want to pop your scoring tool in. I didn't do any writing. I mean, we could have put on there like Happy or Merry Christmas or whatever you want to put on there. Scoring tool goes in A, and I'm just going to say continue. And even though I'm right in front of my Cricut, of course, it's like, I don't know, where are you? So silly. Every time. It takes forever to find it. That's just how it is, guys. I have a bunch of stuff sitting here in front of my Cricut that I need to move. Okay, Cardstock Plus, that should be fine. Let me just move all these things that might get in the way of this doing its work. I just had a couple little projects sitting here. Alright, I think we're good. Okay, so let's press the C for Cricut over here, and it's going to react. And I feel like this is going to work up really fast. So yeah, definitely, if you want... See how I didn't change the size of this mat? I do have a 24-inch mat. I'm just not going to go grab it. It doesn't matter because you're only using that top 11 inches the way I resized or manipulated the design. So hopefully you guys were able to see what I was trying to do. All you do is just manipulate it on the mat here. Okay, that's just another way of doing it. So yeah, I did all the score lines. Now it's going to do the cutting. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so that is done. And again, when it's a group and you push everything or pull everything, at the same time, everything just works. It resizes. So basically on the old Cricuts you had real dial size and like stuff like that. It was either on or off. And if it was on or off, it would depend on how it would actually cut things out. So you'd always, I think, leave it... I would just leave it alone, to be honest. That way everything is the same. Or if you manipulate something, it'll still size it down for you if that's what you needed. But so it's kind of that kind of thing. So you want to keep everything grouped. If you ungroup it and you start moving one thing, the other things aren't moving, not changing as far as the sizing the same way. So like that's not great. Okay, now I'm gonna look at this other one. It still has a 24-inch mat, which is fine. I'm just gonna put my paper this way, because it only needs about 5.5 inches. So I'm just going to put this paper, and this is A4 size, because this is European paper, tonic paper. I'm just going to put it sideways like this, and just let it go. So it's just going to cut the little top gingerbread. So I'll be right back. That's very basic. I guess if you wanted to do cut out in white, or just choose those, or you can put on your mat that you want to duplicate the gingerbread man, and then not do the outer design, omit that, and you have little white pieces that you can paper piece in. That's something to think about, right? The little, like, since it's a silhouette image, you know what I'm saying? You can just run it twice and get other pieces that you can paper piece. But I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I think it's really cute. And I guess that was it. Okay. See what I'm saying? So like you can run this again and say you want to just cut out a white paper. And if you don't want to waste this whole thing, what you can do is just, like I said, on the design, duplicate it a couple times or whatever you want to do. And omit this outer line, so then all you do is get these cutouts of these little guys. I don't know, something to think about. Okay, let's get this guy together. It's gonna be so simple now. So you might think like, why are we designing this on here? It's kind of, you know, it took time and all that, but see all these little pieces? If you cut it out white paper, you would have those and piece it in. Because if you're doing a lot of these, you can just mass make them, right? Just a whole bunch of them instead of having to, you know, crank or put through your other, you know, machines, anything else. So just something to think about. That's what I aim to do with these, because I don't expect that everybody has the same things, you know? And when I was younger, or when I was, you know, younger, like, I don't know, 17, 18 years ago, when you're watching, like, YouTube, like, oh, I would love to do that, but I don't have that, or I don't have this. So the whole point is the technique, not that you have these exact same things. Now, with this one, I did look for a free file so we can all be on the same page. But just the design ideas, right? And again, you can also do this, and maybe I'll follow up with another video doing this just with die cuts, of course, and all you're gonna do is make your little box that attaches it, right? So, okay, I just glued that down. I'll do the same thing on this other side. That is super, super basic. And again, all we're gonna do is just put this guy together, and that is our kind of the outer portion of our little gift box, and then we're gonna put these guys in. So, they're already scored for us, and again, because we sized everything together, it should theoretically be the same, and it's pretty close. Remember, we kind of eyeballed this anyway, but look at that. And again, because we resized it all at the same time. I will say I do have some of these little cuties. I was like, maybe I should put some in here, but then would it look weird to have 3 of them and nothing on the bow? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and score those. It's so cute. And again, now that we have this, you know, I'm going to pop this in here, but if you want it to look more stylized, you can cut this at a little angle. It's whatever you like. I didn't put a thing at the bottom, so we're just going to line it up. But if you want to also add another little tab here piece, you could have done that. I'm just trying to make it very easy to design. And I figure it'll be okay, because I don't think anything's going to happen there. Oh, I probably should have just waited. I'm like, glue. And I am angling it just a little bit to miss that area so you don't see it. Probably should just put the glue on the one piece. Sorry, guys. So again, just look at the shape of what you're trying to work with and what can you come up with? You know, how can you put that together to be a cute little gift box? Even circular things, right? Just the way I attached this at the bottom, you know, this had a funky shape. Just attach them, do your score line. And it's not a big deal at all. I'm gonna let that set up a little bit before we come in with this one. And I'm sorry that I already put glue on this one. I didn't really mean to do that. I'll be right back. A little something. You know, I've never tried cutting fabric with my Cricuts. And I don't know if your regular Cricut will do it anyway. I know the maker, obviously that's what it's for, but I don't know. I haven't done it. Okay, let's line this up. Squish that down. I'm paying attention to this one side first. And then this guy. And I'm just looking at the sides. And of course you can flip it over and see where you're at, but that looks pretty good. Aw, let's see how it's gapped right there. So I'm going to pick this up. Move this out just a little bit. There we go. To meet there and then meet down here. Very good. Yep. All right, I'm just gonna hold them, guys. I am already in love with this, and the whole point was like on the top, I'm just gonna tie it with a bow. But I mean, Merry Christmas, you know, all our dies, our stamps and dies, whatever it is that you want to add on there, just a die cut that says whatever it says, something cute, ready to go. And again, I designed it so that you would put it together at the top. You could just make a little handle with paper, and you don't have to put the little holes. Of course, you have that free file, so you can do whatever you like. Again, run the colors through, maybe some black or some other colors if you want to spend more time with it, but I think for me this is very good. And then I have just some ribbon here, and I'm just going to eyeball about how much I need. Probably a foot? What do you guys think? A little foot of ribbon or something. And I like to cut at a little angle if I don't dovetail it, and then just to do a little something nice. And then we're going to singe these ends so it doesn't just want to fall apart on us. And oh, let me get some treats to put in here. A few things, but you can also do curling ribbon to tie this up. Less expensive option, right? And festive and cute. I don't know, I have these cute little chocolate shapes. This will definitely hold your delis. I don't know that it's big enough to hold a lint candy. It might. I think it might be okay. I don't know if this guy, well, you know, I would put this in at the end. Anyway, you don't have to have it there bothering things while you're tying this up, so let's do that. And I had fun with this. I like challenging things when I'm trying to like, okay, I want to put this together, and then, you know, you just kind of go with it because some things changed and it wasn't quite what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, that's right. You have to account for the size of your paper when you have something that you're going to stick together like this when you weld them. But you don't have to weld them. Like I said, you can just cut out the shape and then just make your own little box base, the three-sided base or whatever, to help you with that. Ooh, organza ribbon always looks really cute, but I think it would be very cute with curling ribbon too. There you go. I'll probably work on that bow a little bit because it's a little bit crooked. You know, I need to put it more on the other side there. But, you know, how cute is that? Let me see, where do I want to put this? Why do I have the hardest time right now tucking in candy canes? Anyway, it can just be in there, or it can actually be on the outside so you see it more, or whatever, right? Maybe another one on the other side. But yeah, I just want to show you that it fits quite a few candies. Very cute. Maybe gift card, you know, maybe money, whatever it is that you're trying to gift. Little stocking stuffer. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. That came out very well. You'll have the free design attached there in the description box, link for you guys. And oh, let me give some final measurements. I don't know if that means anything, but it is 5.5 inches tall and about 4.5 inches wide, and then the box itself at the bottom is 2 3/4. Remember, we started off at 3.5, but I shrunk it down, so 2 3/4 by just over an inch, and then the height of the pocket is just over 3 inches. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.